How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So on this video, I'm just gonna be doing a 1-year update on my racing brake rotors and brake pads. Now, I bought these rotors just a little bit over a year ago and installed them. I made an install video. If you guys are interested, I'll have a link on that in the description below. And so my initial front brake rotors warped fairly early on, about maybe 4,000 miles, and about 7,000 miles I believe I purchased these rotors and installed them, and they have been great this far. We'll take a closer look over here. Now, these are fairly pricey, but it is a common thing for Honda brake rotors, specifically in the front, to warp at a fairly early mileage. So that's exactly what happened here, and there's multiple reports of other TLX Type S owners with the same exact issues. I've actually installed a couple of these already. And anyways, so these are a two-piece rotor, and they are slotted, and you see the slots have holes in them, or drilled, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, so these have been great. I'm happy to report that I have had no warpage issues. I think I installed them around 7,000 miles or so, and I have just under 20,000 miles now, and you know, that's pretty good barometer on their quality, and that in fact they haven't warped. They are a little bit thicker than stock, they are lighter, so there's multiple benefits to getting these. And once again, the rotors, and I have their street pads. They do offer a track pad, but since I daily the car and I don't track it, obviously I went with the street pads. So brake dust is a little bit more than stock, although it's not horrible. I just cleaned the wheels a couple days ago, washed the car, so not horrible, but it is a little bit more than stock. Now, there is sometimes a brake squeal, but I also had a brake squeal with the OEM pads. So it happens sometimes, not all the times, and it's usually the last foot or two as I'm braking. It's usually under like lighter braking, not harder braking. We'll take a look at the back pads over here. Also the street pads, and these I've only had for about maybe 3 or 4 months. They didn't have the rear pads initially, and they were working on them. They sent me a test fit pad, and it was good. So then they applied their compound to them, and you can see race brake right in there. So again, no brake noise from the rears. These aren't drilled in the back, they're just slotted, and also a two-piece design. And again, the street pads, and no brake noise from these, and less brake dust, but that's obviously due because the back just doesn't do as much braking as the front does. So overall, I'm happy with them. It's sad that we have to go this route because the Honda rotors, or Acura rotors in this case, just aren't up to par, and the brake pad material is also very soft. So multiple issues there, and I get it. They're trying to find a balance between noisy brake dust, braking quality, and they usually miss the mark, especially on the performance car. I get it, you don't want the noise, but I'd rather deal with the noise than not being able to stop appropriately, or just having a brake warpage very early on. That's frustrating to a lot of people. Multiple people have replaced the rotors a couple times already. So this has been a much better option, and they are pricey, but well worth it in my opinion. And I'd rather deal with the brake dust and the noise again versus having a vibration every time I hit the brakes. It's primarily noticeable more on the highway. So I do some highway driving on the way to and from work on my commute. So that's definitely something that I wouldn't want to be dealing with every day. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I have a link to the rotors in the description below. I'll also have a link to the install video if you guys are curious, and you do need a Honda tool or a scan tool to retract the rear brake pads in the rear. You could do it manually, and I've seen some people do it, but it could go wrong real quickly. So I'm gonna say nay to that, and just have it installed professionally if you do not have a scan tool for the rears. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna be having a whole bunch of TLX type videos, including my thoughts on K-Tuner and the progression and where we're at this moment, along with all the modifications, some stuff that I would do again, some stuff I wouldn't do, some stuff I regret. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and like that you won't miss any of the upcoming videos.